Hello everybody, this is the Beetleman 69. I recently received a Spin Clean record washer from Amazon and I'm real excited about it. It's designed to deep clean your records, to get all the dirt out of the grooves and whatnot. My understanding is Spin Clean's been around since about 1974. It must be a really good product if they've been around that long. So I have heard a lot of good reviews on YouTube. A lot of people have used it and said it really works well, cleans their records, they play like new. And I'm going to demonstrate cleaning a vinyl record, a 12-inch and a 45. So let's get started. Okay, this is it. I know many of you may have seen it on YouTube or wherever, but this is the unit here. Comes with a lid. The manufacturer said that you can leave the solution in this reservoir for a week if you're just going to wash records on and off. But if you do that, you'll need to take your brushes out, rinse them off in some warm water, and let them air dry. But these are the brushes that go in here, and they just slide down in here like so. Just like that. Comes with two rollers to guide your records. The furthest ones out will be for your LPs. These notches here will be for 78s if anyone out there has 78s. And then these two inner ones here will be for your 7-inch 45s. Depending what package you get, the one I got, we got the 4-ounce bottle of the solution. This solution, I believe, not only cleans the record, but it helps the dirt that comes off your record settle to the bottom of your reservoir, so you're not putting it back on your album. The manufacturer said on the 4-ounce bottle, they 3 caps full of the solution, and you pour directly on your brushes. It comes with some drying cloths. They say you should wash them in the washing machine and dry them in the dryer, and they're supposed to maybe make them more absorbent or something. One guy on YouTube said he just ran them under some tap water, got them nice and wet, and wrung them out and threw them in the dryer. I mean, you can do that too, according to him. So, but in this demonstration, because I hadn't done that yet, I'm going to use microfiber cloth towels. Okay, and one other thing that you'll have to get on your own is some distilled water. Get it in any grocery store, Walmart, drugstore, what have you. They recommend you use distilled water because it's the purest water you can find. Outside of lab water, if you can even find that. But distilled water is the purest. They recommend that you not use tap water because of all the minerals in it. It can contaminate your records. So there's a fill line. It's going to be hard to see because there's a fill line. Let's see if I can get you about where my finger is. You can see it right here. That's where you fill your water up to. So we'll go ahead and pour our distilled water in here up to the fill line. Pour some on this side. Sometimes it's hard for me to see it. All right. Done with that. Alright, now we're going to put our spin clean solution and pour it on top of our brushes. Like I said, it's at 3 capfuls. 1, 2, oops, 3. Now, depending on how much or how often you clean your records, this will go a little, go a ways. They do sell big bottles like on eBay or Amazon. If you've got a really bunch of records you want to do at one time or whatever, you can with this solution here now, you can wash up between 20 to 50 records at one time. If you're going to do a washing session and for some reason you got to leave or whatever for a while, you're supposed to take your brushes out. You just squeeze them out. After you take them out, just squeeze them back in here. Go and rinse them off with some warm water under the tap and just squeeze them together, get the water out, and let them air dry. But the solution in here is good for 1 week. And like I said, even if you had to be gone for a day, and you say take Saturday and you did like 5, 10, 15 records, and maybe you can get around to it till tomorrow. Like I said, take these out, wring them out, rinse them off with some tap water, let them squeeze them out, let them air dry, and you can take your lid, put it on top, keep the water clean and whatnot. But all right, so the next thing we're going to do is do our LP. And as much as I like to do it before and after, because of all this copyright crap, I don't want to get flagged for it. So we're going to do this Beatles German with the Beatles LP. We're going to do it first. I got it at a record store in Carrollton, Georgia, about an hour and a half from here. But anyway, basically all you do is just slide your record down. Now they recommend too to kind of keep track of what you're doing. Put your label in the up position because you have to spin this about 3 times clockwise and 3 times counterclockwise, or vice versa. Depending on how dirty your record is, you may have to do it 5 times in each direction. Just depending on how dirty it is. And also to be careful when you turn this. Matt, I can't think of his name, is a young dude on YouTube. I don't know his YouTube channel off the top of my head. But anyway, he has one of these, and he was one of the ones that recommended this. Going back, I've watched videos on Spin Clean over the past year, on and off. And for a while, I wasn't really sold on it. I don't know if that's really working or not. But a lot of people that I'm subscribed to and have been for a long time to actually own one of these are behind it. They're not endorsing it, but for them, this is their personal use, and they say it works great. And the last person I watched was his handle was Vinyl TV. He does on YouTube. He does vinyl collecting and audio files, and he endorses it. So I was sold on it then. So I went and bought one, and I think I'll be pleased with it. But anyway, the guy Matt, the young dude, he said he had a David Bowie record and he was turning it too fast or something, put too much pressure, and ended up breaking the record. So he recommends be real careful with it. So we're going to go ahead and clean this. Got to turn it 3 times. So this is 1 coming up. 2, 3. Now go back the other way. 1, 2, 3. Okay. I got my microfiber towel here, like I said, because I ain't got those washed and run through the dryer. But you only have to do that one time to make them absorbent. But I mean, if they get dirty, of course, by all means, throw them in the washing machine. But for the first time, that's what they recommend you do. So I just pull this out. The excess drip back down. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this back in here for a moment. I'm going to move this over. Yeah, just bear with me a minute. Move this over here. And I'm going to lay this microfiber towel here. I'm going to get another one. Okay, I'm going to pull this back out again. Let the excess drip. I know I'm a little bit out of camera range there, but I'll lay this down here. I'm going to dry this off. You always want to dry it with the grooves. Flip it over. And it pretty much dried it. The one on the bottom pretty much dried it when I was pressing down here, drying the other side. But I'm going to go ahead and give it a quick wipe down. Okay. Now there are some blemishes in this vinyl. Not skips, but I have played this because I did wipe it down when I got it, just before I got this, with some ammonia-free Windex. But yeah, it looks a lot cleaner, shinier. But like I said, I would like to play it and demonstrate it before and after, but because of all this copyright business, I don't want to get flagged. But yeah, it looks really good. Now, a lot of them recommend that you let it sit. Like if you're going to clean it, then play it, to let it air dry for about 5 minutes or so. Some people would get like a dish rack thing, like from a dollar store, and set it in there and let it dry for a little bit. But I mean, depending on your air temperature in your house and your humidity and whatnot, it's really not necessary to me anyway. If it's looking dry, it'd be fine. Okay, now what I like to do is, once I clean the record, I don't want to put it in that back in that paper sleeve that it came in, because you know paper and records really don't mix. So I got some mold by inner sleeves. Got these here. A record store up the road, the next town up from me, it had just not long opened up. Fortunately, he was selling these, and I was really happy because I hate ordering stuff and then taking forever to get them. So I just take my record, careful not to touch the surface, and slide it in here like so. And then I'll get one of my outer sleeves. Stick my cover back in there. Then I'll go ahead and stick this in here. I may eventually slide that paper sleeve inside the cover. That way it don't cover up my back art, the backs of the album cover, blocking that. And then I just slide the record in there, keep it nice and clean, and help reduce the static and whatnot. So, okay, that's for the LP. Now we're going to do a 45. It's basically the same process. Take my rollers, move it over to the center like so. Now what I do with that little booger? Now here it is. Take my Beatles 45. We'll slide it down in here. We're resting on the rollers. It is partially submerged in the water. And what I like about the 45s, instead of having to grab the edge of the record, I can basically grab the label, turn it with a couple turn both hands, because it's a little tight in here, which is a good thing, because you know it's pressing against that vinyl to get in there and get that dirt out of there. 2, 3. Let me go back the other way. 1. Like I say, you don't want to get in a hurry because you'll be like Matt and end up breaking the record. 2 and 3. Okay, pull it out. Let the excess drip. And because it's a little 45, I just go ahead and just dry it. But hold it in my hand and dry it, because it's a little bit easier to manage than holding the LP and trying to do it. Put my fingers in the center hole. If you got any, little light scratches, blemishes like that, hairline scratches in your record, can't ever get those out. So if you're still hearing a little crackle stuff, you might want to look at your record. It's probably got it in there. But I'm really pleased with this. I've used it on my Paul McCartney record yesterday, testing it out, and it really cleaned it up well. The Paul McCartney Red Rose Speedway album, and it really did a great job on that. It looks good already. On the other side, and I'm really liking this too. Is it cleans both sides of the records at the same time. So yeah, that's looks really great. Like I said, it's condition of your record. So if you get one, you're still hearing these crackle pops. So from time to time, it just might be just in your vinyl. So that's it. I recommend it. I'm pleased with it. It costs $79, or just say $80 on Amazon. You pick them up on eBay for $80. Excuse me. If you want to buy more solution, the spin clean solution, you get it on Amazon. You get it on eBay. You can buy this unit and the solution from the manufacturer directly. But I mean, it's really great. Saves your vinyl, because when you're playing a dirty record, your needle will just be pushing that dirt into the grooves and just wearing it in there, and pretty soon your record will be wore out because of that dirt and stuff just cutting into your grooves. So yeah, this is worth the money, especially for entry level people. And I'm not saying I'm entry level, but this right here, cheaper buying a VPI machine because really, for a lot of people, it's not economically feasible, especially the price that they ask for it. This right here, maintain your album collection. So that's all. That's it. So what do y'all think? Would it be something y'all be interested in investing in? I have no quarrels with it. I think everybody should own one to maintain their album collections, especially when you're buying records from a thrift store, garage sales, whatever. Um, First thing you should do is you should clean your records before you try to play them. No matter how clean they might look, you still want to run it through and get them cleaned up. A lot of people I've heard on YouTube said they would take actual brand new record sealed and they would run it through. Well, they said they'd run it through their spin clean, or they would clean their record, even though it was brand new, before they put it on the turntable, because they said we still could have contaminants in it and stuff. Now that might be stretching it a little bit, but I mean it could be true. So anyway, that's all I got. Thank you for watching. Thank you to my new subscribers. Thank you for my current subscribers, everybody out there. If you just come passing through and saw my video and you like what you see, please subscribe. If you y'all like this video, give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think. How would you clean your records? Would you invest in something like this, or would you do it a different way? Well, that's all I got today, folks. Y'all take care, and we'll catch you again on the flip side.